Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 26th of May 2021. This is the series where we go over the Shrine of Secrets in Dead by Daylight. There are 2 killer perks and 2 survivor perks. We go over what they do, how they work, how the perk changes as you tear it up, what characters they come with, and at the end I will give my thoughts on which ones I think you should buy with your iridescent shards. This is a system to get perks from DLC characters, which are characters you normally have to buy. Or if a character has like one really good perk that comes on and the other ones are really bad and you don't know if to like just get this perk or whatever. It's just, I'm here to guide you on which ones are more worth it than others. You can obviously make your own choice, but this is to try and be like, you know, this one's really good and this one's really bad and it's going to be a waste of time. We have a pretty meh shrine this week, so nothing crazy, nothing, you know, to be like, oh my god. But we're going to get started, I think. Without further ado, first of all we have Furtive Chase, which is a Ghostface perk, and this is an obsession perk. When you hook your obsession, Furtive Chase receives a token up to a maximum of 2 tokens, which is 3 tokens at tier 2 and 3 tokens at tier 3. Did I say that right? I don't know. Each token decreases your turn radius by 4 meters while in the chase. When a survivor rescues the obsession from a hook, the rescuer becomes the new obsession, and you lose all your tokens if the obsession is sacrificed or killed. So, I'm going to cut to the chase. The Furtive Chase. This perk is really bad. This is fucking shit. It's garbage. I can't think of one good thing to say about it. The only time I have used this perk, which was for Adept Ghostface, which was almost 2 years ago, so this perk is really bad. If you are using a perk that decreases your turn radius in a chase, if you think about it, you're in a chase, so the survivor knows where you are, so a decreased turn radius is not really going to do anything. So it's just a weird system. Like, the obsession changes all the time and you're hooking people. You might accidentally hook someone who's the obsession because it keeps changing and lose all your tokens. If you don't get de-striked or anything, then you know, your obsession's dead and this perk won't do anything. But this perk won't do anything either way. Even if you do have an obsession live, even if you do somehow have 4 tokens, this perk doesn't work. And it's just, well, I mean, it does, but obviously what it does is not very helpful. So this perk's really bad. Please don't buy it. Please don't buy it. Next up we have Left Behind, which is a Bill perk, and this one is a pretty niche one, but I know why they've brought it out and I will talk about that in a minute. Anyway, if you are the last survivor remaining in the trial, you can see the aura of the hatch within 24 meters. At tier 2 that's 28 meters and tier 3 is 32 meters. So you could definitely combine this with like a key, obviously, and maybe do a whole build around it, but I think even by itself it's not terrible. Obviously it's very situational, and obviously if you don't have a key and the killer finds the hatch first, then, you know, seeing the kicked hatch isn't really going to do anything for you. So I don't know, it's not like, I don't know, it's very situational. It can be very helpful when it does. I don't think I've ever used this perk before, to be honest, but I know they brought it out because Bill is on the archives for this tome. So I think last week, we had Bar of Time recently, which back then I was like, oh, that's funny because Bar of Time just got changed the day before. But actually I think it was because, obviously, pardon me, it was because that that Bill obviously has challenges to do with his perks. So if you're grinding out the archives and you don't have Bill leveled up, then I would say pick this up. I wouldn't say pick this up to use it like, you know, as a perk normally. But this is what happened with Jane. When Jane had an archive thing ages ago, I brought all 3 of her teachables from the shrine because she had challenges to do with them, and I didn't have Jane as a character. And I still have Jane as a character, but obviously I got all the perks from the shrine, not from her. So I guess if you want to really badly do those challenges, get this, because again that's probably why they're bringing this out. I don't know if Unbreakable is going to come back, even though I feel like we did have that not that long ago. So if for that, yes, I would say, I guess. But also, I don't know, Bill's a really good character. Bill has 2 of his other 2 teachables are some of the best survivor perks in this game. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll come back to it. Okay, obviously I'll get my thoughts at the end. Next up we have Play With Your Food, which is a shape perk. This is a Myers perk, and this is an obsession perk again. Every time you chase your obsession and let them escape, you receive a token up to a maximum of 3 tokens. Each token increases your movement speed by 3%, which is 4% at tier 2 and 5% at tier 3. Performing a basic attack or a special attack spends 1 token, and the killer over there. So basically, you have an obsession, and you basically have to like let them go. You have to start a chase with them, and then just be like, you know, let them go. And then you'll get a token, and obviously if you get all 3 tokens, you can move 15% faster, which is pretty nice. But doing anything involving a weapon will spend a token. So if that's a you know, a hit, if that's a special attack like it says, even if it hits or misses, it doesn't matter, it will still spend the token. You can combine this with Nemesis. This is what the very popular build is. You can combine this with Nemesis, which will change the obsession every time you get stunned or flashlight blinded. So you can basically just keep changing people and not have to like worry about it, because you can just, you know, let people go as you please. I know this is a good perk, and this is really good on killers who are a bit slower, and also killers like Wraith, who can very quickly and easily end chase to get their tokens quicker. Also on Leatherface, this is very popular as well. I'm personally not a fan of it, because I don't like that kind of play style about having to just keep letting someone go all the time, which again I know is why I combine it with Nemesis. But also not really much of a fan of perks that you have to use with other perks to like trigger, because, you know, it's a perk and perks should just be able to stand by themselves. So again like on Wraith, it's obviously really good because he can just cloak instantly, and that immediately ends chase. But other than that, like, I don't know, I'm just not a fan of like, which is also the thing with like Save the Best for Last. Pardon me, sorry. Which is also the thing with Save the Best for Last, where you basically just have to like play a match against 3 of the survivors, and you have to just ignore one of them for the whole time. I'm not really a fan of that, so I personally don't like this perk, but it is a good perk, I would say. It's not terrible. But it's, you know, it has a lot of those requirements. It's kind of like, I don't know what the perk I talked about the other day was. Not the other day. It was a while ago. But there's a perk that has a bunch of very specific things you have to do to get it to work and everything. It's just like, that's a lot of effort, isn't it, you know? Like, I'd rather just have it be working. So, I don't know. Finally, we have Prove Thyself, which is a Dwight perk, and this is also quite popular. Maybe a bit overrated. I don't know, I think it's like pretty good, but whatever. So basically, for every survivor working on a generator within 4 meters of you, gain 50% repair speed bonus. The same bonus is also applied to all other survivors within range, and you get 50% more blood points for co-op actions, which at tier 2 is 75% blood points, and tier 3 is 100%, so that's good. Survivors can only be affected by 1 Prove Thyself effect at a time. This basically allows for gen rushing. The one thing that I would say that stops me using this perk is just because I think the more efficient strategy is splitting up. Obviously, splitting up is very crippling to the killer. I know sometimes it can be good to just have loads of people like brute force one gen, but I think it's widely agreed that like splitting up is really good, because that just pressures a bunch of different gens at once. But it can be good for those occasions where, you know, all 4 of you spawn together, and then you can all find a gen. And that gen will literally get done. I don't know how, I forgot, I think I've seen videos on it. Does it cut off like 15, 16 seconds or something? Which like is fucking crazy, because it's only 80 seconds for a gen, so that's nuts. Obviously this depends again, if you have people with you, if the gen is like a 1-person gen, you know, if everyone's getting down or whatever. You can combine this with Dwight's other teachable bond, which lets you find people within 36 meters. So you can find them on a gen, or they find you on a gen, whatever, and get value from this perk. So yeah, and also again, 100% blood points for co-op actions. That's not just objective. It doesn't say that, but also obviously counts for healing people together as well. So you get more blood points, which, you know, I can't really argue against. So yeah. I'm going to go over which ones I think you should buy, and I'm only going to say Prove Thyself, like, if I had to choose one. I think Play With Your Food is also pretty good. Michael also has Save the Best for Last, which is also a really good perk, so I would say pick this up if maybe you're interested, or if you want it, or you've got a, you know, slower killer who you think will benefit from this. But if I had to say, if I had to choose one perk, it would prove myself. Fear of Chase is absolute dog water. Please don't get this with 2,000 shards. Please don't. And Left Behind, I would say buy this, because I don't actually know if at the moment there's a challenge with Left Behind. So I'd say maybe just get it just in case, if you're desperate. But honestly, Bill has Unbreakable and Borrowed Time, which are very, very powerful survivor perks. Literally some of the best perks in this game. So honestly, just level up Bill, I would say. Just maybe get Bill. But again, if you are desperate and you just really want this, then get it, obviously. But I would say Bill himself is more of the choice, I would say. And again, Fear of Chase is just fucking horrible. So guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I might make a commentary this week on the Resident Evil chapter reveal, because I got something things to say about it. I'm going to go now because my throat's dying. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.